very warm evening to everyone out there. Today we have with us Mr. Siddharth Dungarwal, the very proud founder of his brand Snitch, and which have made waves all across be it Shark Tank, the internet, the startup system, ecosystem, and as famously said, quoted by Anupam Mittal, one of the Shark Tank judges, that you have to make the India's biggest brand. I can see that sheen in the eyes of Siddharth, and going forwards. So we are here to cover his opinions on the brand side and the sourcing side. Yes, Siddharth, very warm welcome. Thanks for coming down. Great. So I would like to start with very simple question: that what was the story that we were in a B2B business already, and you might have the depth there. You transition into a brand.
When we were in that B2B business, and for us to go online, the first thing, like I said, right, we thought of going on an Aji or a Myntra, but then we knew that we would only be a label there.
Right.
And to be a brand, we wanted to set up our own B2C platform, and today, about 90% of our revenue just comes through our own website and app. We have over 8.5 lakh downloads of the app.
Okay.
So I think the major decision for us was, how would we, engage with customers and drive content around it and give that entire customer experience which a brand gives. Just by having a very good brand name or a brand logo will not make you a brand.
Make you a brand, right?
It is the entire cycle that makes you a brand, and the customer will tell you, right, that you are a brand.
Right.
You cannot just go out there and tell that, hey, I have a brand called so and so.
Right.
So it is the customer, when they give you that tag, is when you achieve that brand.
That depth and that validation from the public.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Good. What are the challenges that you face as on the sourcing side, being a B2C fashion brand?
Sourcing side, see, for us, we faced a lot of challenges, especially because when we started, there was COVID.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of factories were not working. A lot of raw materials were not available, etc. But over a period, that has become very stable now, and I think platforms like Fashinza, for example, right, becomes very easy for someone to start off a brand. Where you take care of the entire 50% of someone's business. It is towards design, towards sampling, towards production, towards making sure the goods reach one's warehouse.
Right.
But for us, it was very difficult because we were doing that entire bit. From sourcing of raw materials, then getting it contract manufactured,
right.
Then making sure the quality checks are done,
right.
and then reaching the warehouse. So that entire cycle, I think the major challenges that we faced was towards, one, controlling the quality, second, how differently could we make the products. For example, we were one of the first brands who used chemical-free washing.
Okay.
So we don't use any chemicals during the whole washing process of our garments. We used majority of these plant-based chemicals.
Very well put, Siddharth. Moving on to the technology side of things. Since we are a technology digital first brand, so how do you see technology helping you with predicting the demand and also in planning?
I think AI will play a very, very, very critical role in terms of your sourcing as well as selling. Right? In terms of sourcing, what kind of sales are happening across your platform, and what are the kind of styles which are moving in which particular zones. So it becomes very easy for you to place your ads accordingly. The same way goes with your performance marketing.
Okay.
If you have, like, for example, it is winter, you know that these kind of jackets are only going to sell in these regions. Or if there is some kind of line that you're making which is hardcore summer, then it needs to be sold in this particular region.
Right.
So all of this is only possible with technology. You cannot manually sit and do everything. So I think AI will play a very, very huge role moving forward.
Perfect. Yeah. So we can see a lot of AI, being used a lot going forwards in terms of planning, and I think this has been discussed a lot, in open discussions also in panels. Very.
Yeah. I mean, it will play a very, very important role, especially if you want that dead stock to come in that margin of 3 to 5%.
Yeah, at least mitigate the effect of dead stock. Fair enough. How can you maintain compliance and sustainability in the supply chain?
See, we've been always, as far as the compliance is there, we've always been compliant in terms of factory rules, regulations, etc. But the sustainability part, I mean, it would be stupid of me telling that fast fashion can be sustainable. To an extent, yes, but not be 100% sustainable. Reason being the kind of business model that is there, right? We've tried and incorporated things like I told you, right? Chemical free washing. Our washing reduces water wastage by 70%. Okay, kind of process that we're using currently. And in terms of the kind of packaging that we use, we use these cornstarch poly bags. Okay. Our shipping material is entirely of recycled papers. In terms of cotton, we make sure we use 100% organic cottons. Okay. We are using a lot of recycled fabrics now in a newer collection that we are coming out with. So I think we are doing a lot of things, but it is not possible to make this 100% sustainable.
But you are doing a bit. You are
absolutely,
you're mindful of that. So how do you face and how do you plan to face and manage that kind of competition in your space of category?
I think competition is very good here.
Okay.
It keeps you on your toes, right? Okay. If you didn't have competition, you'll be chilling and relaxing. So I think competition is very, very important for you to keep innovating yourself.
Right.
Secondly, for us, I think we strongly believe that we will do the best that we are at, and not overthink on what competitors are doing or what different should we now do. We've been very clear on our head that which direction do we have to go at, and how easily can we deliver that. In terms of fashion, when we speak about how fast can we deliver newer trends. In terms of customer experience, how seamless can we make that? Yeah. So I think just the basic of everything makes a brand, and not overhyped and overthought things.
So you think you'll follow your own?
Yeah, I think it is better to do that, right, rather than focusing on competitors and then changing your directions towards things would actually complicate a lot of things.
Just being on your own way and just doing better.
Yeah, I mean that's the best thing to do, right? Competition would obviously keep you at your toes. Yeah, and then you think also very innovative.
Perfect. Very good. Very well. So just highlighting again, since it's a D2C concept, consumer choices are influenced a lot based on social media, digital influences. So how do you onboard them, or as a brand pop up, or just be equipped with those expectations of the customers?
I think it is a very gradual process. Okay. To build a brand, it takes a lot of years.
Right.
Any successful brand that you've seen, it is years of that hard work that has been done. I think towards marketing and influencers, etc., India is a very, very, very different country. Right. There is a set of there are a set of people who would follow, say, a particular kind of influencers, and they aspire to be them. Right. There is a set of audience who wants to be themselves. Right. Unka kuch alag hi genre hai, and they want to follow that itself. So I think it is a very mixed thing, and how you cater to everyone is very, very important. The reason why we have so many styles on our website is the reason being is that whoever comes on the website, we have something for them. Okay. In terms of influencer marketing also, we've never paid any influencer as such. Okay. We've always worked on barter. We came up with a program called Become Our Ambassador.
Okay.
So this is something very, very innovative, and something I feel actually helped get us a lot of organic traffic. That was, if you were a customer, okay, you bought some clothing from us, you had an opportunity to become the brand ambassador of the brand. Okay. When your followers would get incentivized, and plus you get a discount coupon which your friends and family can use, and plus get incentivized. So I think that really helped us gain a lot of organic growth.
Perfect. You just went down to the customers and just saw what.
Correct, right? Because they are the people who will actually talk, being neutral about you.
Right.
An influencer can be paid, and you could make them tell whatever you want.
Right.
But your customers will not like. Only if they like you as a brand will they become our ambassador.
Okay.
So this is something very, very innovative and something I feel actually helped get us a lot of organic traffic. That was, if you were a customer, you bought some clothing from us, you had an opportunity to become the brand ambassador of the brand. When your followers would get incentivized, and plus you get a discount coupon which your friends and family can use, and plus get incentivized. So I think that really helped us gain a lot of organic growth.
Perfect. How is the market and trend? For example, you are focusing on menswear. So how is the market and trend for your category doing? And how do you plan? Like how do you plan upcoming season or two, or like how do you go about that?
A lot of customers started asking us, make bootcut denims. That's how we came up with bootcut denims, and today it is almost the third highest contributor in our sales. And a lot of such products, I think it was more towards hearing out to our customers, asking them a lot of questions. Even I think till date, me, Chetan and everyone from the team speak to a lot of customers just to understand what needs to be done. And it is very which has actually helped us understand the entire Gen Z. We have a lot of young people in the office who are again in that Gen Z category, young millennials who are very, very, very different. And each of them are very, very different. So I think it is very simple if you want to understand, and then if you overthink, it becomes overcomplicated. So I would say that कि बहुत ही simple चीज है. You have to just understand कि क्या क्या gaps है, which you can fill in, and then how seamlessly can you do that as well.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, for example, you're saying take it a day at a time or a season at a time.
I mean, not even season at a time. What you have to understand is that how fast can you bring those changes.
Perfect.
For example, a lot of retro fashion is going to come in now.
Okay.
So how fastly can you adapt to that and take that first mover's advantage?
Take the first mover. Perfect. Very well said. So as we have seen, Siddharth has a very comprehensive view for his brand, and it's very well thought after, covering sourcing challenges with all the compliance factors. D2C first brand, we can see a lot of usage of Instagram influences, and they look very strong on the research side as well. So that explains how the brand is performing on a daily basis. So let's I would just like to sum it up by thanking Siddharth for your time. I can just see you growing toward make the biggest brand in India.
But we'll still take one day at a time.
One day at a time, definitely, and wish you all the growth that you can that you deserve on a day and night basis. And look to see you go global soon across channels, and make fireworks. So
Thank you so much for having me.